In part 1 you should have finished this Cinerent film calculator. This is a financial model. This is a typical task that you'll be given your controlled assessment, where you're asked to develop a spreadsheet model for a scenario that they've laid down. It's important that the model be accurate, so this is the point where you need to think about data validation, which could be added to this to stop people putting in, for example, the number of nights could be limited using data validation with suitable methods. And you're going to need comments and annotations over the model to show that you have met the requirements from the controlled assessment task. Please read the revision guide at this point, page 19, which gives a lot more details on this particular Cinerent task. We're now going to look at a different part of this task which you will have to undertake, and that is to undertake what-if investigations. If you look at page 21 of the Controlled Assessment Revision Guide, you'll see this first investigation where I'm going to change the data using the financial model to check out, see if certain predictions I make are true. My prediction is, for example, if I reduce the number of nights, the total rental cost and total cost will reduce, and you will see the bar on the chart go down and down and down. So let's reduce the nights from 14 and we'll reduce it down to just down to 7 nights, and you'll see that now the total cost is £13.93 instead of the cost being, let's go up to 14, £24.36. So what we've done there is to change a piece of data to check that our spreadsheet works and that the numbers are working correctly and that your prediction was right. In your controlled assessment you'd have to write out the prediction, show the results before and after, and show that your prediction is right. Please be explicit about this. You'll now see that I've introduced another feature into the model here. I would like to find out what if we introduced, and I don't notice those words, what if we introduced a student discount. And if there was a student discount for a film, here's I could use the same film Shrek, and its price is £1.49, and we'll set that to 5 nights. You can see the two different costs here. By putting yes in here, it's automatically taken 50p off. If I change that to no, then you'll see that discount disappears and the price is adjusted. So our second investigation, we will introduce or change a formula to check that the numbers update correctly. And we're going to put this new formula in, and I'm going to show you how I do it. So let's type in student discount here. I'll copy that, pop it that there, and I'll type minus discount here, and I might as well put that across there at the same time. I'm going to click on Shrek 2 here, and what I'd like to do is copy the format, so I'll type format painter and put that there, so I've got a white cell, and I'll format the painter again there, so I've got a white cell. Now this is where the formula is going to go, and I'm going to type in here equals, click on this cell, equals if B16, that's the entry here, says yes, then return the value minus 0.5, otherwise return the value 0. So I'll just press enter here, just type enter, and then I need to put the word test it, yes, and it goes to 0.5, anything else, no, it's going to be 0, yes, it's 0.5, and I'm going to duplicate that on film choice 2. Let's just copy that cell, copy, and I'll put it there, and I'll do edit, Control V, we'll pop it in, and you'll notice that instead of B16, it now is looking at E16, which is the white cell here. So I'm just going to type the word yes in there, and I should get the discount applied there. So now we've got discounts included. So there's my prediction. If I change the total cost formula to include the minus cell, the total cost is reduced by 50p. And if I click on here, I now change it to no, and the cost indeed does change by 50p. Oh no, it doesn't. £12.90 hasn't changed. We haven't changed our total cost formula. Now I'm sure you can see the error there. The total cost is not sum E18 to E19, but E18 to E20. And similarly here, it should show not B18 to B19, but it should equal 20. So now the total cost does indeed change by 50 pence when I alter the yes or no discount. And remember to explain in detail how you use the if function to determine whether there's a yes or no to return minus 0.5, 50 pence, or 0 discount. It's very important to set up your spreadsheet so that it prints correctly. I'm now going to use something called defining the print area. You'll see here it says print area. This is the area that I'd like to be printed out. I've highlighted it. Go to print area and say set it. Now that is now set as a print area. You can see the little fine line. If I zoom in, you probably see it there. See that fine line? That is the print area. So now, if I go to File, Print, you'll see that print area defined. Do make sure that you've got this selected, fit all columns onto one page, or fit the sheet onto one page. And now when you print, you'll get what you want. The only additional thing I'd like to show you now is how to perhaps print a footer here, which would get you extra marks. Okay, so we want to add a footer here. So we're going to need to change and look at a different view. So I'll click on View, and we're in the normal view, but if you look at Page Layout View, at the top you'll see a header, and at the bottom see a footer. Click here and you can now add a footer. So you put your created by Mr. Corney, and that's going to be at the bottom now of the page automatically. And as well as creating that, I would like to have a date in there as well. So we're just going to look for that. Press Escape, or click on the grey the purple area, and then what we're going to do is go back to Insert. And you see header footer there, and it's the go to the footer option here. And I'll go back to the footer, and underneath there I would like to insert the current date. Now you notice it's put ampersand open brackets date, and that's what generates that for you. So when you finish, just click on the purple. You can see now it's got the date there, and now if we go to print, you'll see at the bottom it's got created by Mr. Corney on that date, and you've got the printout that you want. I'll just go back. If we wanted just to print, for example, those two tables, we just go back and we would highlight the area of interest, and I would have to go back and change the print area, and we just need to find that, which is always a problem for me. Page layout, print area, set the print area. Now if I click on there, this is the print preview, you'll see I've just got those two tables highlighted. So use print area to select the area you want to work with. Now in an earlier task I showed you how you could do a formula view. You're going to need to look back at that video if you can't remember how to do that, and you will need to print out for your control assessment the formula view to show all the formulas you've used. Also, please make sure you annotate electronically or by hand and explain every single type of formula you've used, and explain why you've used it and what it does. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Right, let's just go back to the task sheet to make sure you know what you've done. Task 1, you've watched that tutorial video and you built the spreadsheet model. Task 2, you've done some what-if investigations. I want you now to print out a screenshot of the final financial model. The screenshot should show the cost of renting Shrek 2 DVD for 7 nights at £3.99 per night for someone who has a student card. Read the Controlled Assessment Revision Guide again, the pages I've told you, around about pages 19, 20, 21, 22, and then please go through and put lots of annotations on your final model, and print a screenshot of your final financial model with lots of those annotations explaining the formula you've used. Look at page 19 on the revision guide, and it will show you some ways to set out a good annotation. You'll see at the bottom page it says, I used multiply to work out the total rental cost, number of nights times per night price.